Good morning guys, this video was taken over 2 days, the 8th and the 9th of April 2025 at the Demolition site in Blackpool. Okay then, we started off the morning with this new piece of kit being delivered. We're not too sure what it is. I believe it's for cutting through metal. I could be wrong, but it's supposed to be like a giant bolt cutter, if you will. So I believe. Now that's a new piece of equipment that's come in on the back of this lorry, and the nibbler's been back out at work. I think this steel cutter's come into play because the amount of steel work that they're getting now is unprecedented. The thickness of the concrete and the amount of steel is proving quite a task. Boom. Still can't get over the way that when the concrete just gives way, like get this puff of dust that comes up, bang, there you go, that's when it gives way. The T-Rex, in it goes, down, lift, and boom. Everywhere you look there's metal, everywhere you look. There's metal work all over the place. He's just pulling it out of everywhere at the moment. Scrap men will be having a field day, like. Yeah, because from a distance it looks like it's wire, but it's actually rebar that's holding the concrete together, the reinforced concrete, and that's what's painstakingly taking the time. Otherwise it would break away quite easily if it wasn't for that rebar. Not doing too badly though, is it? Every time that jaw closes you see all the debris fall. And that. So we're getting ever closer to being rid of this first floor altogether, apart from underneath the magistrates court part. So this is when the big guns are going to have to come out. They're going to have to get bigger reach machines, and there's already one being delivered. Although it's not been used yet. We have got quite a large bit of kit on the boat. A larger excavator with a much longer reach than what you're looking at now has been delivered. So that should be able to reach up to the magistrates court building when the time comes. We've also been hampered with a couple of problems with I noticed there was a van there yesterday. It was fixing hoses on these excavators, pneumatic hoses, so that's obviously oil leaks, pneumatic oil leaks or blown hoses. So that's been an ongoing thing as well. They've had a couple of problems like that. They're just pecking away, going along this this floor, up to, I would imagine, up to where the buildings are, and that's when we're going to have to get the longer reach machines into play. And as they go along, they're collecting up all this scrap metal as well at the same time. You see this amount of concrete that's moving every time this bites. It doesn't look like much from here, but the sheer size of this machine is shifts tons an hour, and this is gathering up the rebar, crunching it up, as you can see, taking it off the rocks. Then you got one breaking away the concrete, the other one separating the rebar, and now there's a third machine that's been delivered, so that'll be coming into play. Bit of high reach on the magistrates, not the high reach on the actual police station, but I have been told by reliable sources that there is a very high reach machine coming in. They're going to be able to access that from ground level at the police station and take it apart from the top down. So that is going to be amazing when that goes ahead. So it's just a painstakingly slow process, this separating the rebar from the concrete, but it's a job that has to be done. And at the same time, they're levelling out the ground so they can move around more easily. Once the rebar's gone, once the metalwork's out of the way, you'll notice that they dampen down the ground and move it around and flatten it out, so they've got a level playing field as they move forward. So it's not just a case of just dropping the building, it's also maintaining access to get close to the building to continue their work, which seems to be the more boring part of the job, but it's a job that has to be done. Ooh, the power of that one. Yeah, there's a huge amount of steelwork inside this concrete on this section. I can see it's all the we're right up to the next level here, all the way around. So this is when the big guns will have to come out. We're going to have to get higher reach, because they are running out of that first floor now. Incidentally, around the other side at the back there, there've been teams going into these buildings, stripping out before the excavators move in, stripping out all sorts of furniture and rubbish and steelwork, what have you. Just about everything they can to give it like an empty shell for these guys to work on. So that's ongoing all the time before these equipment moves in. Like I said, they're dampening down the ground and moving it around and flattening it out as they move forward, so that when they go in for the higher reach, they've got a level playing field to play with. Now he pulls it forward and then pushes it back, leveling it out as he goes along. That's a section that's already clear of the metal work that it needs to get out of the way before it continues forward. And all the time the water pump's relentlessly keeping that dust down to a minimum. Another thing they have to think about as they go forward, you have to keep that dust down to a minimum. There's monitoring equipment on the ground which monitors the amount of dust in the air and also the vibration levels. So they have to keep the noise and the dust down to a level as they work. It's not just about diving in there and knocking hell out of everything, they also have the guidelines to follow as well. You can see the pile of steel there is the green machine there, just moving it out of the way, making a little pile, picking it out as the yellow one moves all the earth, or the concrete should I say. So you've got two machines here working in unison, clearing the area, ready to move forward. Just noticed that like a pool of oil there on the top right hand, sorry, the top left hand corner of your screen there, a pool of oil on the top. I'm just wondering if that's where they've blown a gasket on one of these machines, blown a hose, because like I said there was a van then doing repairs on one of the machines yesterday. I'm wondering if that's where it occurred. It looks like oil. Combing it to the side, combing it out of the way, keep levelling it out as it goes along that the yellow machine. Whilst the green one continues to pick the metal out and put it into its pile there. Then you'll come along and crush it all up and off to the scrap man. So this is the new one that's coming, the new piece of equipment. Can't really tell from that photograph, but they are huge skips that's behind that. So this is considerably bigger than the other two that are working, and the reach on the arm is far longer. At the moment it's just sat there dormant waiting for its turn to go in. They've not quite used it yet. I can probably see from here it's got quite a long reach. Okay. Much bigger cab, much bigger top to it, turret or whatever you want to call it. A large piece of concrete there, right, so just to the side of that water pump. That's a big piece, isn't it? You can see where that's fell from as well. It's come down. Hell of a bang, that one. I missed out on that one. That would have been a good one to catch on film. I'm sure we'll have plenty of opportunities for situations like that. So you can see for that top machine there, it's much thicker, the arm of it, so much more powerful machine than the two that are working at the moment. See how much bigger the cab is. It's probably half again the size of the cab, or the turret should I say, on the top of this. incredible, these machines, aren't they? When you think of their adaptability, they've got several options they can just put onto the end. I'm trying to catch it on film actually when they actually change the buckets on the end. They get the buckets, the jackhammer and the claw and everything, but they don't actually get out of the cab to do it. They just release it and move on, drop another one on. It's quite incredible the way it does. It's just like an interchangeable toolkit on a bigger scale, you know, like a screwdriver with different attachments. But it's the same sort of principle, and they just drop the bucket off the end of it and grab the next piece of equipment they need, and off they go. As you can see in the top right hand corner there's the other attachments that are just laid out there ready to go when they need them. But it will be interesting to see when this new machine comes into play. Like I said, they did use it for some 10-15 minutes doing pretty light work, and then they parked it up again for whatever reason, and it's not been used since. And I'm expecting it to be coming into play very soon, judging by the amount of this the first floor that's left. There's very little to go at now. But they're going to have to go in for a longer reach. Yeah, that's pumping out a lot of water in it. I wonder how many litres per hour that's kicking out, that water pump. Because they just had another one of those delivered as well, so there's going to be two of them. Looks like they're going to be stepping up a gear on the work moving forward. Like I said, there's 2 water pumps, 3 excavators now, several different heads that have been dropped off, including one huge bolt cutter type head. You can see as he's moving the earth from one side to the other. It's levelling out the playing field, so to speak, as he goes along. Clearing the path for the next piece of equipment to move in. Okay, so we've got the 2 machines working in unison then, and the big guns waiting in the background to move in. Moving the scrap metal there in the top right hand corner of the screen there, grabbing and twisting and compressing scrap. So these are the the heads on the ground. The first one's that bolt cutter type machine there. Second one's another nibbler. You've got your jackhammer attachment. You've got your 2 grabs, a very large bucket, in fact 2 very large buckets, all laid out on the ground here, ready to go, and another nibbler there on the end. So several heads all laid out there, ready for them to pick up and go whenever they feel like changing the heads. And we'll try and catch that on video, the way they do that, but it is quite interesting, to be fair. We're at the end of the day now. The machines have stopped working. That's how I'm at very low level into the yard. There's nobody around, no workmen about, so get the drone in nice and low and see if we can pick out a few things. These are the 2 machines that have been doing all the work up to now, and you've got the big Volvo in behind, waiting for its turn. Seems to be a very big, much bigger overhang at the back. It's probably a counterweight, that at the back. The overhang to keep it all steady as it works along. Yeah, this one is a big boy. It's considerably larger than the other 2 pieces of equipment that we've been using up to now. I mean, them skips are massive skips. The side of it, that is just it dwarfs into comparison, doesn't it? It's just the sheer size of this machine. Can't wait to see the strength of it as it moves into action. Just zooming in on this piece of equipment I was talking about before. This monitors the dust and the vibration. You see there's a sensor on the ground, a little round sensor that's tapped into the ground, and you've got the sound monitor and the dust monitor. It's monitoring 3 things all at the same time, keeping everything to a minimum level. That's what they've got to work amongst. Okay viewers, if you like what you see, pop your comments in below, and don't forget to hit that like button and the notification bell, because we love it when you do that. And don't forget to share. See you soon in my next presentation. Catch you later. It's not your boy Leroy, signing off. Ta-da!